One. Hi guys, this is two videos, part one, part two of our live trading event that we did on Friday, the 1st of March. We use fractals extensively, support, resistance, and a few system trades also. So don't forget, watch all the way through. There's tips all the way through. It's both versions are completely uncut, so you can see what happens in the real trading room live. We trade everything in front of all our audiences all the time. So have a little look and see what you think. Hopefully you will learn something. And if you want anything in the future for me to record and have a look, put it in the comments and we'll see what we can do. We use fractals extensively. This is a bespoke tool used for pro real time and for trading view. So if you want the fractals after you watch the video, we'll put the link below and you can then go and get the fractals for yourself and hopefully do some successful trading like we do. Okay, see you on the other side. Bye-bye.
Right, well, FTSE ATR today on the FTSE is 8, S&P 6, NASDAQ coming up for 30. Yesterday, US markets finished up across the board. Dow up 0.12, S&P up 0.5%, and NASDAQ nearly a full 1%. Asia Pacific market responded well to the beginning of the month, and Sid David's day today, we know what that means, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Nikkei up 1.92, Hang Seng up 0.23, ASX up 0.6. Quite interesting, the Japanese front. We've got a big push up on the Nikkei, actually over 40,000, all-time record high. Interesting with the Japanese yen, unemployment rate stands at 2.4, but they've got a problem with depopulation. In the jobs reports, reading the jobs reports for every 100, I don't know these weird stats, but 124 people, for every 124 people, there's 170 jobs. So they can't fill the jobs. There's either a skills gap or a lack of population to fill the jobs. So quite interesting, which is quite weak for the Japanese yen. So I want to have a look at the USDJPY today, and let's see if we can give that a bit of a tickle. Talking about all-time highs, the NAS all-time intraday high, and also the DAX as well. As you know, it was a birthday yesterday, so I was out otherwise engaged to do the EOM trades yesterday. Oh, wrong mouse, wrong computer. Here we go. Oh, I've just noticed I've got me smoother on, just to get rid of that. Did anybody do the Dow EOM yesterday?
Yeah, I did it.
Absolutely vicious. I did it on my phone in the corner. Absolutely piled off, didn't it?
Yeah, very quick.
What a move, 120 on pips, which was really, really good. So that was a nice one. And the interesting one on the German, on the DAX EOM, we kind of look at that to about 9:30, but it didn't set up. I didn't do it personally, but it did set up later in the day and would have made you 60 plus pips. Very rich to get in, but it's that phenomena. It just works. And I didn't do that. I was probably not in the right condition to be punching into mobile phone trades, but yeah, very good. A new record all-time high on the DAX. So let's get back into a daily. What we're going to do today. Just have a look at the volatility. Volatility index. Well, you can see, and VIX is coming down. So we've got a risk-on situation and money going into assets. So we will probably see the markets have a little rise today. It didn't really come off too much on the EOM, enough to make a nice chunk of change. And if you traded me yesterday, last night, we made a quick 2% on the EOM before I went out on the FTSE. So that was nice little trade, half an hour, 2%, just under 2%, very nice. We'll do a little review of that.
a little bit later. First of the month. So, you know, first of the month, there's an FCA regulated requirement in the FTSE to put money in the market on pension funds. So we're going to try and take advantage of that today, if we can. We are a little bit rich on the FTSE. Things to watch out for before we go into this. News, we talked about the builders, looking at, you know, Persimmon, Barrett and the rest of the motley crew being investigated about keeping prices high. But Nationwide come out this morning with, you know, their price fixing, as I would call it. House prices are going up month on month, year on year, even though the investigations in and on the house builders at the moment. Bit of underlying good news for the FTSE. We want to watch what Crude's doing today, because if Crude actually does take off today, the FTSE will go up like a scalded rat, and we want to put some puts on it higher up. 10 o'clock today, we've got the Euro harmonized CPI stuff, so we don't want to be in the DAX around about 10 o'clock. Want to be very careful about that. The other news really of any note is the ISM PMI data this afternoon at 3 o'clock. But, you know, that's our afternoon session to worry about that. So we have got a nice Icon-Ashi flat bottom on the daily there. But you can see we're right into some key area of resistance, double tap resistance here on the 4 hours, expansions into 38, you know, 77.32 would be nice, but I think at the moment that the chances of that is lower than a snake's belly. I don't think we can get there. It is the first of the month, so we've got to be very careful of what we do. Jumping down into the 1 hour, we have this resistance band here that the market's currently in. What I'd like to be able to see today is if we can get some put options into the FTSE. At the moment, the 77.20 puts are at 35. So I'm hoping we'll get some money influx into the market and we can get that pushed up. Let's drop into the FTSE view. Right, down into the 15 minutes. Just zoom that back out into the hour. So you can see where we are. A 38% retrace would be great. Bouncing off Camarilla breakout long would be nice. You can see we've got the fractals up set at 1. A fractal breakout here, we cannot ignore a fractal breakout. ATR today is 8. So really the favorite trade, because of the time of the month, is a fractal breakout long on the 5 minute. The other thing, if you are a USDJPY trader, we are and have just broken out a 15-minute fractal to the long side, but we can't trade everything at once, so we've got to choose the weapons that we're going to go for. We never take the first fractal on the breakout, we always take the second, but I think I would like the market to come down into the daily highs if we can, but you need to set I would set the your chart, your trades at 1% at 9 pips, waiting for a fractal breakout. I would like it to come down at least into the daily highs. At the moment, when we're looking at this, I'm just going to have a look at the order flows. You can see on balance, the market is shorting. We've got green Renko block still, so everything's still very, very positive. With the one touches, I don't know if I heard Eja's voice, so Eja's in. So
yeah, morning, Steve.
Yeah, morning. Keep an eye out on the one touches for 77.05s. See the market coming off. Would like to buy this area, really would like to buy this area. At the moment, the brokers will not identify anything over a 40% pricing. So the brokers haven't got a Scooby-Doo. Looking at their order flows, there's we can't ignore the money going in. We do not ever follow us at the market unless it's spiking into a key zone. If this is a Camarilla breakout short, we're long in the market, we would certainly go for that.
I'm just keep thinking at the moment, we've got the closing gap down here, whether we do want to there's some really big stops. Do we want to play with the big stops? Not really. I'm just thinking I might actually want to go into the 1 minute to have a look at this detail. Let's just get rid of some of the 1 minute stuff. So we've got a, do you know what I'm going to do? We're going to do it today. We're going to do at least a 30% ATR, which is, we're going to do a 16 pip ATR, which is a 30% ATR. I'm going to walk the dog. So what we're going to do, we're going to walk this fractal down, walk this trade down. So we're going to put the, well, how sensitive do we want this? We're just going to put this at 85 at the moment, and we're going to walk this one down. Excuse me, trading near the platforms as well. Come on, we want this to come down. 7,700, I think, is the most highly likely place for this to go. For your one touches, Ija and Jeff, if you are there, I'm going to buy the 77.15 one touches now. Just for your heads up, for those that can get them, it's got them for 25. So for the people in the room we don't know that don't know, some of the guys in the room are professional trader status and get access to other sophisticated instruments, and one of them is a one-touch binary. That means that at any point in the day, should the market touch that value, which we just said 77.15, you will get paid out, and at that point it's £24 per contract, and you get paid out £76 per every one contract. So we can see we're having a battle on a daily high here. Just have a, I'm just going to pull out these just to show you. Let's put that to one side, and let's pull up the one touch scenario. So what we're looking for is not one touch, a binary. What we're looking for is a put at 25 or under. It's way out of the money at the moment. I did do some puts first thing this morning, but too early for people to get those. So I've got two 77 20s for 21. I think we're going to, I mean, if these start going, I'm going to close those out. We can can those for 130%. Come on. We're in on stop to entry on Bitcoin. We'll go through Bitcoin, Ether, and Solana as well when we're doing the runs. But absolutely mental. Mid 11,000 pips out, 11,000 per one trade. Each trades. I'll close the one touches out on Bitcoin alone. Unbelievable. It's been mental this week. Right, we're going to keep walking the dog. It's lost the appetite to come down any further. So what we're looking at on balance, we've got the market coming down. Whoa, look at this. We've got some big shorts going on here. So we want to get clicked in. Yes, that's it. We're clicked in now. Nice. Oops, just turn the battery onto the machine. So we clicked into here. I want to quickly race across just to show you what's happening on USDJPY. I have a target of 15.79 where the alert for some reason didn't go off. I did 3 times, but I wasn't listening. Sorry. Did anyone, when I was shouting out about this trade-off, did you actually go in? Anyone go in on this breakout? At the moment, we're spread of is one spread 23, 20, 25 pips. We're kind of just about there and there on a 25 1-to-1. If you want to do that now, I didn't want to put the trade in and then open the trade and show you that I'd already got in, because that's just hindsight trading. That is the breakout. It would be nice to get a pullback, but it's never too late to get into a good trade. You can see where the resistance is. So let's have a, it's a 25. You can smash that button anytime you want. I'm just looking at the other fractal breaks, another fractal break there. Wow, if we'd been whacking that on the 5 minutes, and what stop my talking and hit the button. Zoom back out to 50. So the 15-minute bar was here. 25 and 25, it's just a bit above our target level, but within the tolerance zone. So what we're going to do here, we're going to put an alert into this confluence level here. And at this confluence level here at 12, we're going to do a stop to entry. And we should see that get a wee bit of a wiggle on, which should be nice. I just want to make sure we got into there. We need to have a look at gold. We need to have a look at crude. There's quite a few things we need to look at. Let's have a look at crude now while this is moving. Crude. Crude's obviously must be coming down. Yes, crude is coming down. So the ideal area, we put it in the trading plan today. I think I put in a trading plan. Where's the trading plan for the day? Trading plans for the day here, as you know, posted it in the community room. So we're looking for gold, looking to add on calls, and we're looking to trade gold. And we trade gold yesterday for an absolute killing. Crude, we're looking for a 772 entry or a 15-minute bar reverse, whichever sets up first. And we're going to do a review of gold, crypto, crude, and forex as well. But you can see where we are with crude just on the 1 hour. We've got lowering resistance lines here on crude. We've had for quite a while, and this was a challenge. We were trading long into this, but we've actually broke out of there, and I've got 2 targets today. If we can manage that on crude today, the first target is right up into the resistance again, and then an extended target probably for next week up into $79.54 a barrel. I would like the market to come off. Here we are. Would like the market to come off down into the 77.72 level. But we can't ignore a 15-minute bar reversal. So long as crude's coming down, it will drag the FTSE down. We have a problem with the we have a contra information today, in that we are getting a pull down because of crude. But between now and 8:30, in the next 20 minutes or so, we should see money, pension fund money, coming into the market. Even though the market is overcooked completely, we should see a little rise in that. And the way for that to happen very quickly is for money to come into the market, and for crude, because crude drives FTSE as well. It's for the market to start getting a wiggle on. We're overcooked on the stotch. That was a trade yesterday. Well, Wednesday, absolute killer of a trade. Went very fast. Fractal breakout straight through. Quick. I only made 2%. It was well over 3% trade, 4% trade if you traded it, but we didn't get that much. Let's put some alerts in here, just in case the market starts to reverse and starts to run. I'm going to put some alerts down in here. So what we're doing is we're trapping the price between these 2 points here and here. And if the market reverses and goes up, we'll be we'll be alerted, and if the market comes down, we'll also be alerted around about this rising support line, which we also can alert by clicking that. Now we've got the bell on there, and that allows us to understand where the heck the market is going to be running to, and we can respond accordingly. Let's have a look at this DAX. This DAX on an absolute runaway. On the DAX, so we are trading above Camarilla breakout long. It is Friday. So on Friday, and it's the first of the month, we want to, hopefully, we want to be seeing the DAX reverse a little bit. And then between 12 and 1 o'clock, if it gets that Friday feeling, then get your indie bots on and 5-minute frack it and frack the backside of it all the way from 1 o'clock to 4:30, long, if it gives that indication, because it'll go on a rip. And I think we, 17,841 is going to be the target for that today. Now, I'm running across all the markets because I know quite a lot of people's trading plans do include a lot of things that I'm covering. There is a 15-minute fractal here, but that's too big for the DAX. So if you want to trade the DAX, there is no reason why you can't do 5-minute fractals. I can't do everything at once, so we're not going to trade this directly, because if I start trading, I'll be doing all the markets all at once, and people can't follow it that quick. But if you are going to, if you are a DAX trader, then the fractal breakout here is 25, 26, 20, 28 pips with a 32 pip target. If you want to do that, I suppose I could do it now. 28 pips, 32 pip target. That's where we will be going. And we'll do that's a 5-minute fracker, and we'll run straight into that there, bang. And if you want to do that, you can leave the screen. If you want to do a screen grab, whatever, please do a screen grab and have a look at that. We just want to be a wee bit higher on a fractal breakout, so we don't get a double tap reversal and then get tucked down. These markets are very high. They are completely overcooked on the stotch. On balance, though, them are, we had the initial rush up on 8 o'clock, but we're still running. Let's just have a look at what it looks like on the 4 filter. Where are we? Where's Germany gone? Oh, we're gone. Right. So we have 1 filter, 2 filter, 3 filter, 4. This signaled going long there. That's the first signal for going long. But hey ho, the market continues. We were getting a bit of convergence on the MACD on the 15-minute, and the market is dying away very, very slowly on the histogram. But you can see it's now diverting away, not converging, which tells me that the market is going to go for a rip to the top, and all the filters are telling us that indeed that's what's going to happen. So that's fine. We'll just let that do its thing. So the DAX at the moment is on an all-time high, and it's got a cash all-time high now. So we want to, normally when markets make an all-time high, they don't make an all-time high in reverse. They usually push a second and third all-time highs, and we'll let's see what happens. You can see the market is just very slowly moving off on that fractal base. So what we could actually do here, we can put an alert round about halfway. We are in all-time high territory, so we'll put a fractal in. We'll put an alert around about 14 pips,
which is 0.5%, and then we'll move stop to entry, guaranteeing a free trade, and then we'll get that running. And then we can see where we are, where we are. Let's go and visit the FTSE, see what's happening with the FTSE. Nothing we can do about this now. It's just going to do its thing. FTSE on its way. Wow, it's some scrappy action down into the 15, into the 1 minute level. But let's have a look. The ATR today is 8. So what we're doing is we're looking at the 30% ATR move from the initial spike down. So we're waiting for the market to get a grip. Let's just have a look at the 4 filter on the FTSE and see what that looks like. Gold, we'll look at gold in a second. So at the moment, we've got a 1 filter to the top, yes. Second filter to the top, yes. Third filter at 71, yes. And we've got a yes. So we've got 4 filters that are suggesting this market is going to go to the top. What we're waiting for now between now and 8:30 is for the inflow of pension funds to come in. Even though crude is keeping this sucker down, crudes keep suppressing the FTSE at the moment. As soon as crude lets up, if it would be nice, and the pension fund money comes through, then we expect a pop on the FTSE. I'm just going to bring that alert down there now. So we're now trapping the price in this zone here. So what should we do? We'll have a look at gold, and then we'll have a look at cryptos. So gold. So on Wednesday we're running gold. So we run the stops, trailing stops, locked in 2%, and then got knocked out for 2%. And then yesterday at our 11 o'clock sesh, the market absolutely blasted up. So 1%, 2%, there's nearly 4% there. We didn't make that, only made a couple, but that was really, really good. The target today, I would like to see 2050 again, but where do we see that from? The perfect storm, as I'd mentioned before, when we were trading this one, is we had a descending line. This was a confirmation of a breakaway trade. I identified 2025 as the point where the market would reverse. Kind of got that a bit wrong. It was 2024 area, but we bought in at 2025 and the market raced off. We made a few rupees out of that. Observations on the 15-minute, you can see at the moment we're putting 2 higher highs, which is quite nice, and higher, 2 higher lows and 3 higher highs. I don't think we'll get the perfect storm coming down to here. It doesn't feel like that at the moment. I think the gold bulls are really would. If you're a gold trader, then you'll know March is the best month to buy gold, because it's usually on a dip. Stats for the last 50 years say best time to buy gold is in March, and you'll generally make 17 to 20% a year if you do that. So the 50 years of stats saying we're probably, we want to get positioned for this. As you know, we already are positioned. If I can wind it out a bit further. So down here we bought a June call option, which is for 28th of May at 2090, and still okay if you can buy these at a decent price. They're well in the money now, and which is nice. But if we can trade it up from now onwards, I think gold really, I think we should be, personally, we know my target is 2095, but I think gold is gonna keep on a rip. We just keep buying the dips on gold now.
especially through March. The concern that we do have is that on a daily basis, we're completely overcooked. It'd be nice in March if we get a dip, a bit of a dip. You know, I would like to see the end of March, ideally pulled right back on the stocks for a spring-loaded catapult into June to sell off, and then the time to buy gold again, of course, is in September. And there are two longer-term plays that we always try to do. So what we're looking for here is market to come down. How far will it come down? Let's put a fib on it and have a look. So put a fib on this. Let's have a little look. So we're not going to put an alert at the 38% retrace level. Normally on a big rush, as you know, we normally can not guarantee, but we can normally see a 50% retrace level. So we'll have a look at that. We've got two alerts, one at 38.2, one at 50% retrace level. The key here is never follow the market, let the market come to you. Be patient. You will always get a trade. Don't stab at a trade, and don't do a feel-good factor. Trade what you see. We're day traders. Fundamentals are okay. And I know there's lots of bloody YouTubers all go on battling on about fundamentals all the time and trading fundamentals with massive stops and getting 1 or 2% a month. Absolute bloody rubbish. Yeah, no, it's okay if you want to trade that way. But we get 1% a day plus if we can, and at least 2 or 3% a week every week, because of the way we actually trade. Even if the higher fundamentals, which they call it COTS data, COT data as it's known, that is weekly changes, which absolutely make. If you want to trade against COTS data, you can, no problem whatsoever, because it's weekly moves for institutions. Has no bearing on what happens on a daily day traders table, if you will, because we're looking at 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 4-hour moves in the space of 4-hour move in the space of 1 week. It's absolutely nothing. So trade what you see, not what's pushed down your neck. On the analysts, what you got to remember is all these analysts, and even all the broker analysts, they all are using daily charts and weekly charts, and more often than not, they're always wrong. And we prove that day in, day out. You've got to trade what you see. What you see is the result of what people are thinking and doing. And humans are herders. They follow the crowd. And if something starts to go, they all follow it. So you've got to, no matter what your bias is, you've got to trade what you see. And if your bias is long and the market's coming down, and your strategy says this should be long, you know, where are you with 200 EMA, for instance? Don't trade it. Let the market do what it wants. Let the trade set up, let it come to you, and then nail it, because you'll always get a trade, always. I'll stop my little rant. But yeah, we want this to come off a bit more. Now, I had an alert. You might not have heard that, but there was an alert running off, triggered crude. Right, let's go and have a look at crude. Right, it's come right down to our support line. So this is certainly of interest. Let's get down to the 15-minute level. Get rid of the alert. Let's have a look. We're completely overcooked on the stock. The market's coming down to a support, a level of support on a higher time frame. 2 touches are quite nice. 3 touches are a definite support level, which would be a resistance in this case. My buy zone is, as you know, 77, 72. That's where I'd like to get. So I would like this to come down, shake the tree, get rid of all the people with tight stops, and do a buy into this horizontal support level. But what we're going to do, we're going to go into the 15-minute, and we're going to track this coming down. Now, as this slows, the FTSE going down will slow. We're 25 minutes off, potentially we're at 5 minutes off potentially everyone coming into the desk. Now, the pension funds don't need to go in straight away. They usually do, but they don't need to go in straight away. They need to usually go in at some point in the day. So that the larger fund holders might be waiting for the market to come back, and then we'll see a pop. That's why I've got a big spread today. We're using a 30% ATR stop. Let's walk the dog on the alerts. We want a 15-minute bar reversal on this, back with the trend. The trend on a day trader is the 4-hour 200 EMA. Trend is your friend. That is telling you must be, if you want to stack everything in your favor, you trade with the trend. If you want to get a really good trade, you want the 4-hour and the 1 hour to be in exactly the same place. You know, in other words, supporting the price. So there's the 1 hour. Let's have a look at the 15. So we've got the 1 hour in our favor going up. We've got the 4 hour in our favor going up. At the moment, we are trading above the 1 hour. The perfect storm for me would be 77.72 or a 15-minute bar reversal. Let's just turn the frackers off. A 15-minute bar reversal. But let's see what we get. At the moment, the 15 minutes. So the ideal scenario would be a break here above the 200 EMA. So we'd have the 15 minutes all the way through to 4 hours, saying this market's long. We already know it is long. But if we can get a trade-off here, at the moment, the key identifier of where the market is actually going with its momentum is a 9 EMA here. And you know my thoughts on the 9 EMA. If a 9 EMA crosses here, then we definitely need a 15-minute bar closing above the 9 EMA on the opposite direction. I do not like 15-minute is probably all right because it does swap sides. But when you see the 9 cross the 200, that is a kind of indication that the market hasn't at all finished the move. I'm just going to take that alert off. So we'll just wait and see what happens. So it's no point in looking at the FTSE. We know where the FTSE is going to be. It's going to be struggling at the moment. Let's see where we can go. So we've got an alert for the market to come back up. If you want to be super aggressive, then 2 Icanashi bars above, trading above the 9 EMA can get you long. A 15-minute bar reversal or a fracker on a 15 would be okay. So just make sure your fractals are set to 1, not 2. So at the moment, that looks like a really good fractal breakout. But ideally, the market will continue dribbling down into this level. So we've got the alerts on. Let's just have a quick visit back to the USDJPY, which is really doing nothing at the moment. I did say we'd have we've got alarms for gold as well. So let's just go and have a look at do a bit of crypto cruising. Is Jeff in? No, Jeff's not in, I don't think. Can't see him on the list. Aegis in now. So there's a couple of right. Okay. So Solana, Sol's been doing really, really well, and we've got a a target of $175 on Solana, and we're in at 125. This is just something I've developed for crypto. This is an Eigenashi smoother. We'll talk about that, guys, later, about that tool. If you want that tool, then you can have it. That's fine. It's a tool I've started using for cryptocurrencies. So the different colors, because I have what how can we call this? Different tensions on the trades. So looks like it could do with getting into Ethereum. So we're already in, again, I'll just run this out and do a quick review of what we've been doing here. So since let's get this off. Oh, where's my I'll tell you what, we'll put that back, and we'll did I have I did have one, didn't I? Just called it Bitcoin, didn't I? That'll do. And we'll put Bitcoin actually on. So these are all the targets, you know, that we've been set and been trading. This is the Bitcoin channel we've been trading. We did mention when it goes into consolidation, chances are it's going to do a breakout. It has broken out. We hit our first target, and so far since well, past few days we've made 20% on Bitcoin, and it's gone up 11,000 points. I usually do 2 or 3 trades. We've got £5 a point at the moment, and we're 500 pips up on that with a trailing stop of 935. We've had some. My initial target was 6,000, so 62,000 by Friday. Today we hit that Wednesday, and just keep mashing this on Fractals. 15-minute fractal trading on here is just absolutely murders Bitcoin. It's really good. I'm gonna take this trailing stop now to 820 standard trailing stop pips on that one. So yeah, target is the 100% Fibo, but 64,200 is the next big target that we're going for. So that will be good. Ethereum, and yeah, if you want to have a session separately, because I know you're in and out quite a lot at the moment with work. Quite happy to go through these with you. So we've absolutely smashed all the targets again with Ethereum. It's been absolutely chaotic. It's been really good. We do have a breakout on Ethereum now on ETH. That was the ETH. That was the breakout there. There's a frac. We should be getting involved in this. Let's just have a look. That was the breakout. You see, we can't do it all the time. Let's have a look. It's 52 pips. Round it up to 53 pips. Spread on this is 5, so that's 58, 59. Call that 60 pip will be great. So roughly 1,630 thereabouts. I'm going to give that a whack, and full 1% on that. Wow, and we'll be straight into there. No messing around. You got to trust in your system. You got to trust in the frac. There's no umming and ahhing. If the market tells you it's working, and you just smash the button. And what we'll do here, we'll then put an alert into, let's call this roundabout into the bottom of this confluence here. We'll call that 30 pips. And then what we'll do on this, in fact, we'll have a T stop on this. We'll have a 60 pip T stop, and we'll just ride this one up again, and should get a couple of percent out of this again. We should do okay out of Bitcoin again today. Should get a few percent out of Bitcoin again today. and T-stops now rattling up. You can see T-stop automatically, and we're going for 2,900 pips today. Sol, we're making money on all of it, doesn't it? So it doesn't matter. Bear with me 1 minute, guys. I just need to put this trade on the other platforms. The Bitcoin, it's chunked me out. Let me profit. Oh, wrong keyboard. Bear with me 1 minute. So I'm going to put that trade on so I don't miss out. So I'm just whacking Ethereum on as well. Boom. Get ETH on as well. That'll do. That's it. Fine. Great. Okay, so we're in there. Right. Okay. So we can talk about this at a longer length. But people who, I think what I'll do, if people are interested, maybe on Monday, well, send us an email. Send us not an email. Send us a texty or give us a call, EJ, when you're free. If you want to go through this, because at the moment this week we've made 11,000 pips, and it's going really good. I might actually set up a crypto room for trading these, because things seem to be really on the rip.
Yeah, we'll do. We'll do. Thanks, Stu.
It's crazy at night because normally we've got 3 sets of trades on, and with the leverage on pips, I think, what was it, Andy? We made 27,000 pips. Was it Wednesday? Which is crazy because of the amount of leverage that we had on here. It was pretty good. So let's quick little visit in Japan, see what's happening. It's starting to run up again. So we've got quite a few trades on. There won't be many in the room that got Solana, Bitcoin, and ETH on, but we are in the FTSE, we are in USDJPY. Let's have a look at what happened with the DAX. Oh, we've had that big stop out. We've had not a big stop out, we had a stop out here. This is right, this is expected. I would have liked to have tried and got an all-time high out of the trap, right up into here, but I've still got this as an expansion target on a 1 hour expansion target. That is still the target. The ideal buy will be on CBOL, so we're going to have a look at CBOL again. We'll have a look back on CBOL. We'll give CBOL an alert there. This is for the people that don't know what CBOL is. It's Camarilla breakout long. These are the AI indicators that generate through a bit of code. Where is it? Get that back on that screen. Where the actual pivots are every day, and draws them all in on data that we put in, and it highlights all the holes in the market, where the resistance levels are, R3 down to R1, where the daily pivot is, where the Camarilla levels are. Institutions use these all the time, and without knowing these levels in the market, you're flying blind. So the perfect buy zone is closing the gap. I would like to have tried and got this squeeze, but it just wasn't to be this morning. Let's just have a quick check and look here on an expansion on the 1 hour. That tool working again. Come on, work. If I can click that tool and get it working. Why isn't it? Why won't it let me select it? Oh, that's it there. So there's, oh, that's the new high now. Let's have a look. Oh, so I'm doing this in 15 minutes. What a muppet. An hour. on. Bloody PRT being a pain in the arse again. Do as you're told. Yeah, this is the right target. Yeah, so that's where I'm expecting the market to run to. So long as we don't get a break of this level here, we're fine. So ideally a buy zone and go all the way up here. USDJPY is getting a wiggle on now, so that's okay. Bitcoin's getting a wiggle on. Solana's getting a wiggle on. Gold. What are we doing with gold? Right, so it's I didn't hear that alert go off. It must have jumped past the alert. So 50% retrace level, that, as I mentioned before, it's usually a given in the markets. So we want to, and we are overcooked. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put an alert down on a 15-minute down here. If the market can get itself down here, then that would be nice. And yeah, 50% zone should be a 15-minute bar reversal on gold would be the order of the day, targeting 2050. Ideally, it'll come all the way down here, but I haven't got much of a hope of the market coming down that far. But you never know. You never know. Let's have a look. If you look at the stock, what's happened before, when we had that big resistance, that big reversal, stock only come down 30-40%. So I'm going to put an alert as a front runner on that. It's done that before. It may well do it again. So we'll just check. We don't want to miss out on a trade. You've got to let the market come to you. I can take this fib off now. So that's at 50% level. And we will put an alert and trap the price up here as well. And that'll be the target today. And we'll go in and see if we can get that. Let's have a look at crude, where we are on crude. Now, as I mentioned, I'm going across all different asset classes very quickly because there's people in the room all only maybe just trade gold or just crude or a combination. So at the moment, this is like a training session, a training room and trading. We do have trade with me sessions where we just we do it a couple of times a week. We go in and just rip money out the market, just trade, and we'll sort of focus on maybe just one or two asset classes only, and just muller them really. Let's get into the detail a little bit and then we'll look at what's happening here. So again, we trade like one asset class. So if you were trading one asset class, then you would be trading maybe your first fractal breakout here. There's one fractal breakout, there's another fractal breakout, and there's another fractal breakout on 5 minutes. And 5 minutes are generally what we use. We're a quarter of a percent up at the moment on this. If you've been trading this asset class, and we certainly are not on 5 minute frackers, there's a 5 minute frackers there. And that 5 minute fracker isn't the stop under the reversal frac. It is under where the breakout is, which is the prior one. So there'll be 1, 2, 3 potential 5 minute trades there. We made the conscious decision not to do 5 minute frackers and use a 15-minute bar. And the 15-minute bar reversal was that bar there that I identified this morning. But the market unfortunately broke away before we could get to it. what I don't like to do is do the trade, then show you afterwards we've done the trade. That no one learns anything from that. You got to trade what you see and do it live. So that was the turn of Fracker off. There's a 15-minute bar reversal there. So that would have been your trade. And you go for 1-to-1 or extend the target into the target that identified. So your stop would be there's the actual bottom. You have 1 pip for the spread plus another pip. So that would be 31. The stop would be actually 31 there. And there's the 1-to-1 trade and a 1%. But we didn't do that. I'm just illustrating where the trades would be. There's another fractal. There's another 15-minute bar reversal there, and the stop there would have been 28. You don't count 1 bar reversal. You need more than 1 bar, at least 2. So there's 3. So there's another 1 there on 15 minutes. Pull back here. There's another 1 there. It's easy to. I love the best trading you can possibly do is a YouTuber trading where they all do it hindsight. These are all the trades, but they all look great in hindsight. But when you've got them clicking up in front of you, you don't really have a clue which way they're going to go. The guiding principle, of course, is your 9 EMA when the market is bullish. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of that. So we took it late. Stop should have been, well, the stop should have been where the stop is, but it should have been in here. But we took it late because we did it live, and now we've because the target is a little bit higher than the target that I would have liked, but still within a spread of the high. So we've got 2.4 pips headroom. We only need 1 pip headroom to go for another double tap on the USDJPY. So what we're waiting for is this to alert up to here, and then what we'll do, we'll move a stop to entry on that. In fact, what you could actually do now is you could, to do a stop to entry using this tool, just to show you. So really, we kind of we'll call that 12 pips. So what we can do here is we can get rid of that, and then we can do a 12 pip trailing stop. Oh, let's call it, it's 12.5, isn't it? So we'll call that 13. So we set 13 pip trailing stop there, 0.5%. As you can see, it'll start walking this up, and when the market gets to 0.5%, it will automatically do a stop to entry, and will be completely free. So at the moment, we're nearly 0.5% up, with about 1/5 of a percent at risk, and we'll just see what happens with that. Let's just have a look at what's alerting off. What's alerting off? Triggered Germany. So Germany's shouting. So let's have a look. Right. We need to have a little think about what we're going to do about this. Just for those people that are cryptoers, we've just broken this level out. I'll just get rid of these smooth icon ashes. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. See, doesn't. Right. So we're having a breakaway on Ethereum, which is quite nice. We can't lose at all. 650 pips up. We've hit the 60 target again. Let's get rid of that target. It's an old target. We don't need it anymore. It's done. One thing I am interested in is adding to this trade on a fractal, on a 15-minute fractal break, which will be a 1, 2, 3 frac. That's a fractal there. So I'll just put the fractal tool on to show you. That's going to be a fractal unless the market breaks even harder. So if we do get a fractal breakout there, I'm just going to measure the depth of that fractal, 929, 97 pips. So 1100, it's usually about 1000 pips that we do. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to set a fractal break out for this. This is completely free now with 700 pips up. And now I'm going to do a 62 to 60 fracker out. That's a 270 fracker out of there. And put another 5 on there, and we're going to head up to the Fibbo again there. So we're going to risk 1000 to make 1900 pips. We're going to move. What should we do on this one? We're coming into some resistance here. Technically on the 15 minutes, starting here with these pins, these downward pins offered support to the market, but they also offer a hard a ceiling. It isn't, get rid of these. This is a soft underbelly, not hard resistance. Hard resistances are where the market rushes up and stops and then becomes a resistance. When the market comes down and then goes back up, and it's not the exact previous action that you can see along looking back. This is we call it a soft underbelly. Everything that's a soft resistance or support we have in blue. Everything that is green is a support going long, and everything that is red is a resistance going long or short. So if you see green bars, it means if we're above the green, that's really good news. If we're heading into some blue, then we've got to watch ourselves. I'm going to do a 25 pip trailing stop on that in case we get resistance. We want the market to be. We want to. The key with all trading.
Rejected.
That's 34 pips minimum stop. So the brokers are putting us on 34 pips. So we'll put 35, roughly 35 pip trailing T stop on that. As soon as that moves up, then it will track where we're going here. So 720 pips up there. We're next to no risk now. And if we can break through here, I'll be looking for a 15-minute fractal breakout of here, like we're doing with just quick look at what's happening with Solana. We're getting a bit of reversal on Solana, but we've got some the warning signs into Solana. Just going to quickly change my configuration on that. That down to 5. Right, okay. So market is still positive. We've had nothing that is screaming red. You see on the bigger pictures, it's like an ongoing smooth Ikenashi plus heat map plus telling me what's happening in the market with regard to buys and sells and volumes. So as the market's coming down, it's like screaming red. And you can see we've started to get a bit of an orange here, and it's starting, you can't see this, but this is green. That's why we're starting to buy. And you can see as the market starts to pull up and the pressure to the top side starts increasing, you're in until you get a red, basically. And what we're looking for is to trade right up to the soft underbelly resistances here. And we should get there. The issue is, have we got our stops correct? The market is going up. We've got a break of the 9 EMA, a close above the 9 EMA, and we've got Ikenashi flat bottoms. It doesn't get any better than that. Right, what's happening with this FTSE? We've been stopped on the FTSE as well. Flipping heck. It's because of the crude, isn't it? Right, we're going to Right, okay, so we are breaking down on that crude, which we wanted it to do. So want it to come down further. I'd like when crude starts going up, then the FTSE will start going up as well. The only thing we're absolutely killing at the moment is cryptocurrencies. And USDJPY has just come up to the halfway level as well, so that's okay. So we'll have people with very tight stops that are using this as a support line, but a 15-minute bar, which there isn't one at the moment, will pull this down. It's good for you to watch this, because watch how the markets are all interrelated and all the drivers. So crude's done us no favors today, but we will get on board with crude as soon as crude starts to run up. As this starts to run up a little bit as an alert, just pull up a bit further. As crude starts to run up a little bit further, we'll see reciprocate on the FTSE. Can you see that? So the FTSE, so what I'm going to ask the floor for the traders, our traders that are in, what strategy do you think would be a good strategy to adopt? Now we know the market's broken, it's coming down to C-ball. What do you think would be a good idea what strategy to employ?
Buy C-ball at 8 and 8.
That would be an option for sure, because it is a resistance, but the cam trade is a C-boss buy because we are long. But that certainly would be an option to buy, because we were right on the Camarilla breakout long. The first stop that a really tight stop would be under here, but the better stop would be there. ATR today is 8, so you'd probably want to, if you're going to buy C-ball, then you'd probably want a stop of 10 pips, and you'd be heading back up, looking for a potential 3% trade. But yeah, there's that. The other one that you might want to consider is when the market comes down here, comes screaming down like this, just like this, a confirmation for a low, making sure you're not part of a low test through here, is using a 15-minute bar reversal. So if we take this back, you can see here with a 15-minute bar reversal, and a 15-minute bar has to include, doesn't has to include, but for the beginners using a 15-minute bar, ideally it works within the last swing high. So if we look at that, there's a 15-minute bar there, and there's the bottom, which is, you've run that down to 16 plus a spread 1 plus 1 for a double tap. So that would be 14 as a stop, and that would be your 15-minute bar reversal there. If you want confirmation of a 15-minute bar with the power in the same direction, then the 15-minute bar would then have to make a close above the 9. It all depends how you want to use that. And there is the 15-minute bar there. Your watch out, of course, would be, if you were going to do that, is you've got the watch out here and the watch out there, that the market may possibly reverse. But obviously what you would do is you'd put a stop to entry here and let the market play out, and the market would have played out, and each one would have won. But yeah, so a 15-minute bar is what we're going to use today. But Andy's quite right. A C-ball, if you got down there, would be okay. If we don't get down there, then a 15-minute bar reversal would be the order of the day.
So 15-minute bar's got 14 minutes to go on the setup. So that tells me that we've got quite a run. On balance volume still down. So what we do for the people that are new in the room is we use the unbalanced volume indicator, but on its own, it's not much use. What I use is a 9 EMA indication, which is very reflective of what's happening in the market. So when the unbalanced volume is above the 9, I'm very keen to go along. If you use the indicator on its own, then if the unbalanced volume indicator is above the 9 EMA, we're keen to buy. If it's below the 9 EMA, we're keen to sell. That is an indicator on its own, like the Renko block. If the Renko block's green, go for green, then it's very positive, especially if it's above the 13 EMA. Very positive indeed. So what we've got is an unbalanced volume, maybe starting to run. We've got a green Renko block. You can see the 926 is not ready yet, but a Renko 15-minute bar reversal is a powerful candle. It's a powerful candle, but it has to finish. It doesn't need to be above the 9 EMA. You can wait for it to close above the 9 EMA, like here, to give you confidence. Higher confidence trade, higher probability trade, but the 15-minute bar reversal on the FTSE has a 87% hit rate, which is not bad. But I'm still keen for puts at 73.20 if we can get there later in the day. So let's while we're waiting for that, we need to have a little look at crude. Because crude obviously obviously can't be coming down because the FTSE's going up, but the crude might be having a little hesitation here. Let's have a little look at it. Where's it gone? Crude. Where's crude? There. So you can see a little hesitation there. Got long-legged push down. Bit naughty that. That'll be market makers stopping out. So here we are. Here's a 15-minute bar on crude. We're going to get a close above the 9 EMA, so we can get rid of this trade now. We know what's going to happen. We're going to trade crude on a 15-minute breakout here. That will pull the FTSE up as well then. So let's have a look at where we are with a fractal set to 1. Where we'll take crude at 25. It's 46, call that 47 with a what's that at the moment? 3 pips, 4 pip spread. 50, call that 51, or we could actually put it right below here. We don't need to. 51's fine. Standards roughly about 60. 51. We're going to put that in there at 25. Break. You bugger. Right, it's already doing it, so smash the button now. Bloody PRT. See, it is quite spiky. We're going to get our target all the way up here. And we're going to put some alerts on the way as well. Alerts on the way will be around about 25 pips up. We'll put an alert 25 pips up here to think about what we're going to do with risk management. Maybe do a T-stop or stop to entry and the opportunity to add. So bear with me a minute. I'm going to put that crude trade on the other platform. Crude. So 79.54.
79.40. So, right, okay. Let's go back to the FTSE. So we've got a breakout here, up 9 pips. Let's see where we're going to get to with that. FTSE. Yeah, we've got that build on the body. So we went for a 15-minute bar on the FTSE. It's not a given. You've got to trade what you see. And if, you know, people can often do try it on and get it in early, and then you can fall foul of your own eager anticipation. You've got to wait for the market. Whether you're right or whether you're wrong, you've got to wait for what the market's telling you. Right. Crude's 12 pips up. USDJPY on a T-stop has trailed a T-stop at break even. It's not doing what we thought it would do. On the Richter scale, the US dollar is 5.29. Japanese yen is 2. So the US dollar is a lot stronger than Japanese yen. Rather than do a 15-minute bar, I'm kind of fancying now we're doing a 5-minute fractal on that, because we've got the dollar twice the strength of the yen. So the market is doing its impulsive wave breathing. We've got 7 minutes yet to do on here. So crude is moving quite quickly now. It's about patience, waiting. So looks like crude's probably going to go on a little rip to the top. It would be nice if it did. Quick check on cryptos. Are we in yet? There's a fractal now fully developed. So we're waiting for that 800 pips up on Bitcoin, and a few pips up on ETH. Solana, I don't know what Solana's doing. Absolutely nothing at the moment, Solana. It's really slow, but as you know, it's a breakout. Certainly it's running on a breakout current. The way it runs, it's running on a breakout. You can see the higher lows, which is encouraging. Again, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher high, higher high, higher high. So we're just waiting for this to develop and do its thing. Let's go back for this USDJPY, which is a bit annoying. Come right up to the 0.5% level with a stop to entry. No loss, no gains, a pain in the arse. But let's have a look at what's occurring. We can look at a fractal. It does like a fractal, so we're going to wait now for this, the 15-minute. This is what I mean. You need to trade it live. The only way you learn is to trade it live, not to watch charts with the perfect setups and things. You know, obviously the Mr. Perfect setup, but the target is still there. We will get there. We're just on a wee bit of a pullback. So the noise on the line at the moment, that's I'm going to put the time, set my clock properly. So we had the news out 10 minutes ago. Manufacturing PMI, nothing really to write home about. Shouldn't have had any effect. I'll show you what I'm looking at. Looking at economic calendars. We've got the no real impact news really until 10 o'clock. I've got the Italian PMI. It's not going to change anything really. So let's see what we can get out of this. We'll do a 5-minute fracker on this rather than a 15-minute bar. Let's trap this here. We'll just, as the market's coming down, we'll trap that price, and we can have a look. A quick view of what's going on again. The alerts are going off on crude, which is blasted right through. So that's quite nice. So what we'll do on crude, that's a very large bar, that one, for crude, but with crude, it tends to spike. It tends to push. It'll knock out all the stops. I was going for a cheeky 77.20, 77.72 if we could get that, but it didn't go that far. It come within 50p, but never mind. So what we're going to do with this, we're gonna I think we'll do a trailing stop on this one as well, because we're not concentrating on this and trading it. We're doing quite a few things. So 51 pips was the 1%. So I'm going to trail a stop under this last 15-minute bar. So we're going to do a trailing stop for around about 30 pips, and we'll see where we go with that. That'll immediately give us, what I'm looking at as well is the ATR move. The ATR move at the moment is around about 23 on the 15-minute, and if we're on the next 15-minute bar, we shouldn't see an ATR move of more than 23, 24 or so. So a T-stop on that would be okay. On the 29, so that's kind of okay. Trailing stop at 30, which doesn't seem to be working at the moment, does it? Get that off and redraw it again. Oh, it's working now. Right, okay. So yeah, we're well over 1% on the way up on that one. Let's have a butcher's back down to this FTSE now. It's right about ready. Flipping egg. Always flipping, I'll get this, don't we? What flipping annoying. 15-minute bars so big. This is what I mean. Yeah, if you do a YouTube video without streaming it live or doing it, you can always pick the nice little moves and then illustrate how good it is. In reality, as a trader, this is what you see. We've got crude going off like a scalded rat, pulling the FTSE up. So did you shout out to EJ? Did you get the one when I said the one touch is at 77.15? Did you get them at 25 or under? Oh, it's not there. It's gone.
Steve, I did a call option at 77.40.
Okay.
I don't know if I've done the right thing. It's the first time I've ever done it.
Right, I thought a call option. So there was no, forgive the pun, there was no call option, but I don't think we'll
77.10, sorry.
Sorry, say again.
I did 77.10.
Oh, right. Well,
on FTSE.
710. I don't think we'll finish above that today. However, you will make money out of that, I think.
Yeah, I only paid £4.40 for it.
Yeah, well, as it's coming down, the brokers are like a flock of seagulls. They go all over the place, don't they, on the pricing. Crude, we're up 44 pips now. Ether up another 15 pips. Bitcoin, we're up another 400. We're up a lot. Solana, we're up as well. Gold futures contract we got for 28 is we can sell that now for 130%, which is good.
FTSE, we're a penny. FTSE, the one touches, we bought them for 25.2, and you can sell them for 31.3. So that's nice as well. There is a breakout here. I think we can't ignore the breakout. Don't like the breakout. It's very high. And we need 30 pips. And my 30 pips is, I've got, it's right into R3, flipping heck. Let's have a look at the order flows and what's going on the one touch. One touch order flows are going to peter out according to the FTSE, according to the IG at 77.10. So I'm not going to use a 15-minute bar. There's a 15-minute bar to say okay. So we know there's a 15-minute bar set up, so we're going to drop the time frame down. Oh, the fractal is still the same. That's annoying. That is annoying. So we can go, I think we'd have to just do 16 below the daily high. Yeah. 15-minute bar is a go for sure. 15-minute bar reversal. But we know the 15-minute bar has set up. So it's going to be a long run into R3. So now there's a 15-minute bar set up. I'm minded to look at 5-minute fracker. But the 5-minute fracker is the same stop as the 15-minute bar. Because we've got the fractal breakaway. So can we get into the micro level? Where did the market pull back? The market's had a very small pullback here. Can we do a cheeky fractal breakout? That would be 9.5. Stop would be 8, 9, 10. We're going to do a 10-10, guys. 10-10 on here. You can watch it like I am, and see if we can get this out quickly. 10-10 on that fractal breakout point. We need 0.5 of a spread out there, and we're going to put our stop under here, which is the second fractal reversal. Let's see where we get to with that one. Quick check on our friend Crude. Make sure they're going the same direction, and it's ploughing on nearly full 1% there. So let's get rid of this alert, and we'll stick alert in on this descending support line here. There we are. So what we've done now, the market has progressively over a longer period of time been touching on a descending basis, on a 4-hour descending basis, this line here, and it's been doing that since October last year. We've now pierced it for once, so we need an alert into here to see if it's going to do it again. On the Fibo expansions, we got a 79.54 potential target, and also I've got that into the last November high. But you know, if you want to just sneak a 1% out of there, then there's a 1% trade. With this, a 15-minute bar reverse would be okay as well, but you can see we run a breakaway, that 15, the fractal here. We were a breakaway on that, so it'd be quite difficult to get that. But you know, it's the trade's free at the moment, and if we get stopped, we get stopped for nearly 0.5% profit. Let's see what gold's done. Right, gold's given us a 15-minute bar reversal. This is on the 15-minute bars. Just as a heads up, you can use a direct 15-minute. However, when the wick is stronger than the body on both sides, that's showing a massive indecision.
So you wouldn't take that, you'd take this as a 15-minute bar because it's going to close above the 9 EMA. And if you wanted to use a fractal, you can see the fractal structures all the way up here. So fractal structures on 15 minutes, kind of not the way forward with this. Bear with me a minute with oil. I'm heavily into oil on a different platform, and I just need to get a stop on that. There we go. Right. Yeah, I am a little bit heavy on oil, aren't I? Really. £250 a point on oil, so it should be taking a little bit of money out. But not we won't be doing a fractal on this. A 15-minute bar will be absolutely fine. If we can get a 1-to-1, there's my target. The market's already been there. We're on a runaway again, which is flipping annoying. But nevertheless, got to wait. Let the market tell us it's going to do the trade. We need 7 pips. Have we got 7 pip headroom? No, we haven't. Have we got 7 pips for a double tap? No, we haven't. That's annoying. That's annoying. I'm just looking at the risk of going down a level. There's a double 5-minute for a breakout. That would have been a 5 and an easy 5. Never mind. That's a quite strong move. So I think if we can halt, put in a small reversal for a fractal breakout, then take a fractal breakout above here. So if that can happen, we don't have the headroom for a 15-minute frac. Sometimes you got to know what trades to go into and what trades to leave alone. It's no good risking 1 for half. That's a fool's game. It's a really good way to slowly empty your bank account. So we've come down to 50% retrace. So that's what we thought that might happen. But what we don't want is this volume to increase. The other option, of course, here is to go into this next resistance level and have an alert on the target. I think we might do that. I think we might do that because that's a strong candle. We'll alert the target. We'll alert the target. And we'll do we'll be able to do a 15-minute bar on that one, which is looking only 7 pips. And then we'll be looking to target into this higher level here. We've got 5 minutes left, so I'll zoom up so we can see where. See, I've got other targets as well, but for longer term swings. Let's pull this down. Let's get rid of this retrace levels. So this is the idea for the double tap, but the higher alert level is I'm just looking at where these shoulders. Let's just have a measure where we are now into these shoulders of these candles. So that's where we are now. It's where we are now on the price into the shoulders is roughly about 10 pips. Stops are going to be roughly about 7. So that could be the next level. We'd have to alert that to make sure. Yeah, okay, let's like zoom back now into the detail. That'd be the alert level. And that would be the next target level. This is a soft underbelly for a previous reversal. So 3 minutes to go. That would take you into 1%, 1.5% kind of scenario with an alert at 0.75% there. This is what I mean. You've got to trade what you see. You've got to be able to respond to what you see. And you've got to know, as a trader, not have set ideas. You have a set view of what you would like to do, but you've got to be able to make decisions on the fly and respond to what you see. Having hard set ideas as a sure way of losing money. So in 2 minutes time, we've got this trade. Would like it not to pull up so much. The nice thing that we've got here is we've got quite a nice pullback. I was going to think about putting the Gold Swinger AI bot on, but it's already overcooked. Although, no, it's already overcooked. It would trigger quite quickly as well, because we're trading above the 50 in there. I don't think I've got any bots on today. Trading robots. Oh, I've got the Germany DAX on. I think with 25 not running, I'm going to put the, for everyone else, I'm going to put the NASDAQ. So what I will do, guys, is as a bot, there's a NASDAQ breakout. So I'm going to put the NASDAQ breakout bot, switch that one on. NASDAQ breakout bot. Activate, setting up, running. There we are. So what I will do this weekend, I'm going to put I'm going to put some robots onto my website, and I'll give you a link to go in on the website and update your bots from that, and then whatever upgrades we get, you'll get an automatic upgrade on those bots. I've got 160 other bots out that aren't that people have bought outside of the trading room. Quite a few people buy the bots that aren't in the trading room to do some of our trades automatically for them. But I just use a spreadsheet for me internal guys. So what I'm going to do is take everyone to the website, and then I'll give you the login, I'll give you the details, a code that will give you the updates free. And then every time I do an update on that particular product, it automatically sends an email out to everybody that has the robot and gives you the upgrade of the bot and tells you what the upgrade is and how to do it. Okay. And then I don't have to do two channels. Right, we're getting ready to run this one now, so 6.33 pip spread. 7 and 7's fine. 7 pip. Stop. And then we'll upgrade. I'm going to run that back down to 1%. So that's what you can see it's going to become 0.5, 0.5. There we are. It's going to become a fractal as well. As you can see, it's drawing that. If this can, whether this will stay like this, I'm not sure. But there's a 15-minute fractal breakaway there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that to the top target, up to here. Up to here, 56. 7 pip risk,
10.5 pip on the target, which will give us a 1.5 risk to reward ratio. We've alerted here, so when the market runs from this point to here, which is nearly a full, what's not full, it's only 4.5, but it runs to there. We can look at managing the risk, at least half the risk. You could half your risk under the walking the dog under the 15-minute bar here, and you can use that as a 15-minute bar stop in case we get a reversal into here. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what we get there. So oil's 38 pips up now. ETH's so one touches on the FTSE looking okay. Let's look at the FTSE. So we've got a break on the FTSE. FTSE is just doing its normal breathing. Crude must have also done the same thing. Let's have a look. Yeah, Crude's had a little breather. Big 5-minute frac breakout here. But you know, when we're trading these assets, multiple assets at once, then you've got to use a bit more breathing room. So there is a fractal breakout here on a 5-minute. If Crude's your thing, then there is a bit you are now completely risk-free. So if you get stopped out, you don't really care. Well, you do care, but the opportunity to get back in on a fractal to be aggressive is at 30 pip stop, 32 pip stop actually, and you'd be targeting 71 pips. So you could start fractal structure trading. It is the one that we've seen previously on the last run up. There's 5 minutes. There's a run up here with a close. If we use 15 minutes to start, but you wouldn't have took that anyway because it's not into a key level. There's no resistance. There's resistance here, so you would have took that one. So you can see the fractal structure here. You could have took fractal structure here. You wouldn't have done because the market never pulled down to any key areas. Didn't quite get there. Is there anything else? No, you wouldn't have done that either. Although it worked, you wouldn't have done it because it didn't pull down into any key area. Obviously, this is pulled down into a key area, a reversal, and we'll see what happens here. What's happening with USDJPY? Absolutely nothing. That's very indecisive. Let's just have a little look around some of our AI filters. It's set for dippers long. There is nothing on our strategies that go for a 1 hour dip long, dip shorts, nothing on the market either. Let's have a look at the longer term 4 hour pound. There's a 4 hour pullback. There's a 4 hour pullback. And it's already identified a bar there to take on the next run up. We don't really trade that very much. We don't trade that one at all. Let's have a look. Is there anything really tasty on any indie bots to go on? Indie bots, there's nothing to switch the robots on. Any aggressive indies, just eat. I don't think there's anyone in the room that trades that asset class, but it's just eats dropped into soft resistance level. They're ready for a robot to go on and trade it, the indie bots.
Is there any 4-hour and 1-hour swings? No, nothing. Oh, Alphabet, Google. This is looking for potentially shorting Google. Don't think I'd fancy doing that. What else have we got? We've got any 5-minute frackers, copper, Aussie USD, Euro USD, Aussie USD. That's telling us the market's on a pullback, on a negative market, ready to go short. So this is looking at, I'll show you what this looks at. It looks at a 1-hour time frame, 15-minute, horns it down to 5 and gets the 1 hour, 1 hour 15 all written. So there's a 1 hour, 15-minute, gives you a full duck alignment to be able to start trading into a 5-minute scenario, which is completely overcooked again for this market, then to do its next phase wave down. Markets only ever running 2 waves, you either do a phase up and a phase down, or a wave 1, wave 2, and it's always a count of 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Where is the Aussie USD on the 4? It's all negative. So from the 4-hour down to the 5-minute, 4-hour to 5-minute, this market's down. So the midday trade preference, as you know, obviously is short on the Aussie USD pair between 12 and 1 o'clock. The ideal scenario would be to short Aussie USD. So just for your 1%, for your midday Aussie USD trade, system trade every day, that's what you should be looking at. If you want to trade this at the moment, you know, we're kind of, it's on a pullback. If you want to do a 5-minute fracker, 5-minute, you can do it. If you don't want to do the trade yourself, you could switch on a frack bot, your little frackers. We've got your Aussie USD fracker. Get rid of the duplicates and charts. Oops, we need those time frame systems. Oh, there it is. There it is. You could put that one on if you wanted to, just to let you see. Where is it? The fracker short. So we can't trade everything, so we'll just make the robot, let the robot do it for us. We'll get the robot logged in. It's now logged in, and that robot now will look at the trade and trade it for you. 20 pips stop roughly. It's looking at. So we'll leave that, and we can actually have a look, see if that kicks in. But as a fractal reversal, I can use your little helper to trade that for you. So just stick your frackers on, and it will sit there and wait until the right setup comes into place, and then it'll trade it down. What we want to do on here, kind of, I think I'd want an alert down into these bottoms here. It does switch on, and I'll just come back and take the decision whether to take the rupees or not, because I did notice on it, it's set up for a 60 pip drop, and a bit touch and go. It'll do 60, but observations, of course, lower lows, lower highs. It has got the headroom to run a lot further than 60, but there we go. Euro USD, we don't like to trade in Euro USD. It's traded about 90% of the time by robots anyway.
Difficult to make money unless you sit on the asset and trade, or you use huge stops, as you know. Longs today, oh, would be surprised that we've got. Did we bother trading that long? I don't remember. I have to look in history. But that was off. Was it as a 15-minute bar there? You can see it's come up as a trade already. But BBO 11 o'clock, definitely 100% long. The target is there. You could put the indie bots on as well, of course. And we've got tech, NASDAQ long as well today. Well, it's screamed at us 10 times, hasn't it, already, that we should have been trading this. So it's difficult to run through all markets at once. So if you've done the 15-minute bar, where's the 15? There's a 15-minute bar there. But that's quite a large stop, 60 pips. Not quite to the target. You could frack that up. But we chose to do the FTSE, didn't we? We're kind of scooting around all over the place at the moment, but we're FTSE is would like the FTSE to come up. At the moment, on the order flows of FTSE, we're looking at, we've got a 56% chance of 77.10 coming in. Our target of 7700-ish is 80% chance of being hit. So that would be nice to get a few rupees back on that, but we've got to make sure, as far as practical, that Crude's going to play a game with us and keep going up as well. If that's the case, then that would be nice. So quick, Solana's 23 pips up now. Bitcoin's screaming up. One touches what for 24.2 or 37.1 now to sell. So they're all in the money as well on the FTSE. Is your call option up, Andy? I think your calls should be okay now with that.
Yeah, it's sort of just kicking around at sort of break even at the moment. So yeah, a little bit more and it'll be in the green.
Yeah, I wouldn't hang on to your call for too much longer. Well, I wouldn't. Sorry, it's a Friday. Don't forget. So don't hang on to your call all the way into 4:30 because you'd lose money. Because we're looking for a put in because it's a Friday and we'll probably get a sell off on a Friday.
Yeah, I've got the tracker trade on long at the moment on the FTSE, and sort of when that hits target, I'll probably take the call off at the same time.
That's a good idea. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's the plan. That's
a cunning plan. That's what we want. So a quick scoot round of the other things. We're in quite a few different things. So we've gold's not really doing too much. With nice 15-minute bar close. Nice 15-minute bar close there. We're above the 200 EMA. That's nice. And what we want really is a repeat of the breakout yesterday. That's what we're looking for. And for God's sake, get on your way. And let's see what we get out of that as well. So one touches are going up really nicely as well. Let's just have a little, we'll do a preemptive look because that's the best way to look at when everyone else is going long. We should be thinking of our next move going short. So we'll pull it out the way, pull that down, and we'll pull the puts across on a different screen. So where's the puts gone? So
Where are we? Oh, there's the screen. I've got to put that screen up there. Can we move it along a little bit? We'll keep our mind at 15 minutes, of course, because in 15 minutes time, 14 minutes time, we've got the CPI information. So ignore this. This is just Bitcoin going up and running T-stops. Indices, daily put. So I wanted the 75-20s at 25. So not yet. You know, I think if we're going to get up to here, then we might get a nudge into there. So what we're seeing, what this all means, we do puts for the people that don't come in a lot. We use call options in a very simplistic way. We don't sell, we don't do covered calls or anything like that. If we're going to go for a call, we buy the call. If we're going to sell the market, we buy a put. So buying a put gives us the right to have the market short at a level. So on here, what we're saying is at 77.20, we want to buy the right here. That's a contract. It's going to cost us £35, £34, and the contract is our ability to judge whether the market is going to close under 77.20 today. So if you think the market is not going to be at 77.20 by the end of the day, it's not quite the end of the day. The expiry time is 16:29. So let's say 25 past 6. If we think the market is not going to be at 77.20, then we're going to buy the right to execute that contract. Then we get the difference between 77.20 and the market dropping off. And quite often we can make 100% to 300-400% return on that contract. And the good thing is it's going short in a market with no stop. So the market could fluff around all over the place when the American market opens, and then sell off into the Friday afternoon, which the FTSE often does, and then we can pick up the rupees on our contract. But we want to, I do like to have the option to be able to buy at 30, which gives me potential headroom of 100% return, spending £25 on a contract with a 100 return, so 300% return potentially. Yeah, so we best have a little look at what's going on with Bitcoin and Crude, because all these T-stops are just going bling, 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 which tells me the market's on a rip going to the top side. So have a little look, and that's been reflected with a little pull up here. So the guys that have got the IG platform, have a look at that, 77.20s. We want to have a little look at that. And for the one touch guys, show you the one touches. We got the 77 15s for 22 points, not 24.6. So these are the one touches. So at the moment, the one touch, we bought them for 24.6 and now the 53 on the contract to buy. So we're well in the money. Very nicely done, very nice indeed. So well done for people who bought those. You can cash out at nearly 100% now if you want to, or you can do what I'm going to run this as high as I can and get as many rupees as we can out of that market. So just wait. Let's have a quick look at what's happening with Crude. Was that an alert on Crude? Yeah, that's the alert on Crude coming up now. So we're 65 pips up, well over 1% up on Crude. And it's when we watch this area here, there was your fractal break. If you were going to do your fractal break, market's gone straight through the target area now. It's 68 pips up. So, you know, you could it was 51, I think, but it's at 1.33% up at the moment. I do expect this market to do a bit of a reversal again around this level. You can see the T stops been working. And the T stops under the 1 minute frac. If you were going to do the 5 minute fractal that I mentioned earlier, the break was on here with a stop under here. And that would be slightly in the money as well. If you'd done that, we didn't do it officially in the room. So, you know, that's 32 pips. So it would have took another 0.5% out of the market, but we didn't do that. So we'll be a bit wary here. So I think what we could do here, if we take 68 and we take, and if we divide it by 51, which is 1.33, divide that by 2, in other words, taking half off would give us 0.66%. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take half off, partially close. We're going to take half off, and we've got a T stop. So I'm taking half off. So I'm going to bank 0.66% profit. And we're completely free. We've got 39 pips up. So 39 pips up divided by, so 39 divided by 54 is 0.76 divided by 2, because we've only got half the leverage, is we're guaranteed another 0.38. So we're guaranteed 0.38 plus 0.66, which is 1.04%, absolutely guaranteed. So if it all goes wrong, we'll make 1%. Now, what I would want to do on here would be, if we get another frac breakout, I'm going to take a 5 minute frac breakout. So if we do get a breakout of here, fractal breakout of here, then it's likely to continue reasonably quickly. So we're going to put an alert just above here as well. And we'll get that. Let's just have a look at what's been going on in the crypto world. So we're 830 odd pips up on Bitcoin, and it's hesitating around this area, which you'd expect it to anyway. You know, you expect the market. It's been here before. People are going to be wary. People are going to be profit taking. We've got a much bigger target to go for. But we're completely free. If it all goes peak tong, we'll make 60 pips. I could take 800 pips here, I guess, and look for another breakout higher up, I guess. But I'm not interested in that. I want to just keep driving, to be fair. I think what I'm going to do on here, we're going to move a stop to entry on here, because Ethereum's on a little respite. But as you know, Bitcoin, Ethereum running cycles. Between 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock, it's usually quite flat. Then at 12 o'clock till 5 o'clock UK, the market takes off. Especially between 12 and 1, you'll probably see the market rise quite heavily, and then a slight pullback. Then from 4 till 5, it'll rise up again. And then the market will totally relax and come back. And then at 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock tonight, it will blast up again if the market is bullish, and it is bullish. And this weekend, I will be completing my AI robot for trading Bitcoin, Ethereum, not Solana, but it's, well, I could do on Solana as well. But we've been road testing Bitcoin, and with the 1,520 pips, with the largest stops, Bitcoin bot has never lost a trade since January 1st. but it, you know, it still makes quite a bit of money. But I prefer it to win 80% of the time and make more money. So just doing some more back testing, putting a bit more logic in the market, and I'm going to put in time zone and hourly fluctuations in Bitcoin. In other words, its breathing pattern, and make sure the AI bot recognizes its breathing pattern and doesn't trade when the market should be on a breath back. But also I'll be doing a look back, see for double tops and things like that. So I'm getting that finished this weekend. So if you're interested in that, give us a shout. We're going to put a stop to entry on ETH.
Order rejected.
Oh, it isn't allowing us to. 34 pip stop. So that's a bit annoying. Bloody broke, but your IG, what a pain in the arse it is. Is it 34 pips, did it say?
Order rejected.
34, yeah. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not going to play that game. We're going to put an alert in here, and we'll make sure we don't lose money out of that. T stop at 34. With the platform, the FTMO doesn't have an issue whatsoever at managing that. Neither does 8cap. It's just IG being bloody pedantic. But we can get around that with we'll get around that with putting some bots in, and bots can override this logic, because if the market comes back down to this area, it can get the bot to recognize it and automatically close it out. Then we don't have the problems of IG. We shouldn't be beholden to a bloody broker. Right, and while I've been doing that, I don't know if anyone else took this. So I think what we're going to do next week, we're going to do some trade with me sessions on Monday, and we'll do some more trade with me sessions on Wednesday. And what we'll do, we'll identify a couple of assets, and all we'll do is we'll pummel them like we did last time on the DAX, because we missed this one as well. If we can get another 5-minute fractal within that target, that would be nice. But did anyone actually take this while I was talking and going other assets? No. That was a 1-to-1 5-minute fracker, which is very close or roundabout hitting full target, which is a pin in the ass. But if we get another 5-minute frac, we could take that. If people are looking at that, if you want to shout out, because it's hard doing, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 markets at once. And we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 markets, and no, 5, 6 markets with the FTSE 1 touches as well. Right, gold's up slightly, FTSE's flat because crude is going to be a bit flat now, right at that level. Where's crude gone? You can see that big rush up to this level again. Don't be surprised if it moves away. We've already took profit in there. A 5-minute fractal, heading a nice fractal here would really clear our way. Stops being moved up to 41 pips plus. So we took half off. This, can you see this fractal starting to form? We've got the fractal set at 1, which means it starts to draw on the next bar. As long as this bar is a lower high, that fractal will draw. And to configure the fractals, of course, you turn the fractals up and you can smooth the fractals in any fashion you want on the indicator. We're going to use 1 minute. We're using 1 to be aggressive. Now that aggressive move on that fractal breakout would be a stop of, ooh, that's quite, we had 51 pips before, and that's going to require us again round about 50 pips.
Don't really like that. So it would be nice if we form that fractal top here. Fractal top there. And then get the market to just pause and come back like this. And give us another entry to frac up to 79.54. That would be nice if it will do that for us. Or you can obviously take your money if you want, because we're well over 1% anyway. But I would, you know, we've got the rest of the day for movements to happen. What on earth is going on? Something else is shouting at me. As you can see, it's, you know, the market's doing exactly what I said it's going to do. It's going to be flat now till 11:30, 12 o'clock, and then take off again. And that's just what it does. Every single asset, cryptocurrency or otherwise, has a breathing pattern, has a cycle. And if you get used to the cycles and get to understand the cycles, you can trade them. So for instance, now, the best time to, oh God, I've been waffling on, didn't realize it was 10 o'clock. If you're going to trade the markets on the Northern European markets, you want to get all your trades and everything over and done by 9:30 or put in place. Then from 9:30 till 10:30, you may as well go and have a cup of coffee, because the markets won't move. It'll all be very, very, very static. Go and walk the dog, or kick the dog, whatever you do. Go and do something, and then come back at towards 11 o'clock, and the markets will start moving again. But that's what happens, and it happens every day. And then you can then trade the markets. One thing you need to keep an eye on, or we do need to keep an eye on, is this DAX between 12 and 1 o'clock. If it starts to run up, then we want to be trading 5-minute frackers all the way till 4:30. One thing we do need to watch out for this afternoon, when we open up on the afternoon session, is Eco Calendar. We've got some market news that will move, and we'll trade, and we'll watch the ISM PMI data live. So we'll trade that live, that announcement, and we can see what happens to the American markets at 3 o'clock. We'll be opening up at 2:15, because we will be doing the Dow Gap. So the Dow Gap trade setting up, which will be nice. You can see here the mark, where did the market close? I'll quickly do this now to see where the hole is. Just type these in now for it to configure. 39,471.1, the low 38, 38,810.8, and close 38,995.9, and the previous, where's the, I'm just getting it from our charts here. Previous ATRs are there. I'll just read those off. Previous, not ATRs, the previous high was 38.2.86. The previous low was 38,741.9. Bingo, and I'll rewrite them all in here. So there's a close, there's a hole. The gap today, I'll just put the slack room on. So the gap today, the ATR gap today on the Dow is 80.6. So that true, we need to be 80.6, 80 pips away from the close. So market could do with coming off a little bit to give us a gap trade, but we've got a lot of time yet. We've got a lot of time yet. Put that there roughly. And we can stick an alert on that and tell us if it comes down. If we get that gap set up, then we'll be doing the gap, and that would be good. There is a potential breakout gap trade there anyway. Just save the. I'm gonna have a quick flick round before I go. I didn't realise, but you know, if you don't tell me, I'll just keep on going all day. I keep forgetting. So we're on our way a little bit on gold. FTSE is just buggering around. That's a technical term. We do expect that because crude must be reciprocating, like we said it may. It will, giving it a slight pullback before running. And let's have a look. No, it actually hasn't. It's carried on. So that is a really good sign. A really good sign. What you want to be doing is waiting for a fractal breakout on that. Then you can add to that fractal breakout. It didn't reverse. We've got flat bottoms, Nike and Ashi. Very good sign. Oops, I've done that wrong. I deleted that. So, and I can delete that. So, watch out for this. You're going to do a fractal. We're now 51 pips was the stop. We're now 51.5 pips. Bang, stop. So, if we get it all wrong. If it goes all wrong here, we'll make 1.25%. So you cannot lose. It's making money, and hopefully it'll make a damn sight more going up with the extra fractals. So that's okay. Gold's up 2 points now. So it's up 0.4%. Crude's up, as you know. Cryptos. Expecting those to be still quite flat, waiting for a breakout. Solana, I think Solana seems to have got a wiggle on. Solana, I think it's up. Is it? Oh, no, it hasn't got a wiggle on. It's hardly moved. Again, you can see the impulsive move is supporting the Icon-Ashi. This is a smooth Icon-Ashi with volume. Nothing to get worried about whatsoever. We're just waiting for, and have a look. Don't take my word for it. Have a look and see if it starts moving at 12 o'clock. Right, I'm gonna run and go and get some breakfast. A bit late now for breakfast, and I will see you all at 2:15. If Paul's there, I'll put up the mentoring time schedule, and if you can pick the time that you want for a one-to-one session, let's get that booked, and we'll go over the things you talked about.
Okay, thanks, Steve. Thank you.
No worries. I'll post that straight after this before I get out the office, and hopefully we can get a one-to-one set up, and I'll see everyone at 2:15. Cheers, guys.
Thanks, Stephen.
Yeah, bye.